Hi, my name is Shirley. I'm an art psychotherapist currently working at Placemaking. I've been practicing for 3 to 4 years now.
I'm Rishad and I'm from Rocket Muay Thai. So I've been practicing Muay Thai for about 10 to 11 years already.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm the founder of Concentric Circles of Healing here in Kampong Bahru. We've been here in Kampong Bahru for now more than a year.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Nicholas. So I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm actually a chiropractic doctor. I study in the US, and this is my practice, Dr. Cairo, and I'm really excited to be at this Kampong Bahru Blair area.
Hi, my name is Neo, and I have like a clothing fun brand and also coach here in Coffee Central.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tim. I teach at Carpe as well, and I cook a lot actually. So I do my own private F&B dining business.
Kampong Bahru is really such a delicate gem within Singapore that rarely any people know about it if they don't live in this area. So to me, it's also a surprise recently to know so many things are happening here, but it's so hidden, even just along the same stretch. So it really feels like a bunch of introverts hiding in their own space, but really doing great work for people to witness and to explore with them. So yeah, to me, this is a very peaceful, very joyful space in the city, but people need to know more about it.
There's a mixture of old development as well as new development. So there's a convergence of different demographics that we have here. A nice demographics of locals as well as expats as well. So that creates diversity in the community as well. And also, there's many budding places here, especially in the wellness space, in the F&B space as well, which is really nice because it basically creates a different feel and vibe. In a sense, it was regentrified from what it was in the maybe few years back. And now it's quite vibrant. It's actually like a blossoming community and it's very active in terms of the engagement from the residents as well as the practitioners and the business owners here as well.
The moment I saw this place, I really like the vibes, the culture diversity, and it just gives you a very nice feeling about Kampong Bahru as well as Blair Road. It's very different.
I think we're still pretty new. We literally this is our second month. Yeah,
Move here.
so we're still like the new kids on the block. Still trying to get our footing first. But so far the community has been great. I think when we used to be at CBD, we had a different crowd. And once we moved here, we saw a lot of people who are residents around the area who just so happened to just walk past and like, oh my goodness, you guys are here.
Yeah.
Let me try something out. So a lot of our neighbors, in the sense that people who are living around the area, would actually just come by and drop by, and it's 5 minutes away from my house. So we're trying to start our own little community here first, and we are definitely looking forward are planning to have more this kind of community kind of events here in this area, because I think it's a very nice neighborhood.
It's a good neighborhood.
I'm really into going into everyone's inner worlds to really see what the rich stories and rich material in there to help people explore that about themselves, and then to finally see the magic they withhold within themselves. So I really love empowering people in that sense by liberating them from thinking they have to be a certain way, um, since they can find their true self from within. So my biggest aspiration is to facilitate that process for them, to go dig with them, to find that spark within them.
In Carpe Diem in general, the word in Latin is to seize the day, right? So technically, this whole brand is a franchise brand, and we always want to try our best to build a community that really enjoy the current moment when they come here. They enjoy themselves. They forget everything about stress they have in their daily life and come here and enjoy themselves. while they learn and while they get fitter or healthier in their daily lives also. So this is a community, like close knitted community that we're trying to build in this, especially here in this gym.
So our philosophy when we founded Concentric, as the name suggests, concentric circles, right, is imagining a person as an individual, and that these individuals will have different modalities that they require at different points in time in their lives. And therefore, what we try to do with the modalities that we offer is to meet them where they feel or they believe they are ready to explore, or that it might be most beneficial for them for that particular moment. So, in combination with these wellness practices as well as the guidance through career coaching, our belief is that a person needs different things to balance themselves. They have different requirements at certain points in their lives, and we're here to support them through the offerings that we have to hopefully help them with a more holistic way of navigating through their life journey as well.
For me, just enjoy my time. Just enjoy, have fun. Uh, there's no there's no layer to it. Just enjoy it.
When it comes to chiropractic, most people would think that it's about treating, but it's very different because treating that's more towards Western medicine. What we are trying to do is to release all the pressure and the tension in the spine and the brain so that the brain can communicate to the spine is able to communicate to the brain, and the system that controls those symptoms that you have will just dissipate by itself. Because if you treat symptoms, what it does is just the symptom may manifest in another area and the underlying cause of disease is not fixed. But what you're trying to do is you want to alleviate the tension in the system that controls whatever symptoms you're facing, then the body can heal by itself. Previously, I was also trained as a food scientist, nutritionist, before became a chiropractor. So I actually see a lot of correlations of how what you eat, why you eat what you eat, is affect people's health. So if you don't have a good diet, a lot of people will continuously get this problem over and over again. So what we want to do is when you have the right diet, then people's conditions don't reoccur that frequently, such as like fried food too much, drink a lot of sweet drinks, a lot of inflammatory foods. If you continue doing that, the results of the session may not be as effective as those somebody who have a very light diet. Because we're talking about holistic health. When we talk about holistic health, it's talking about so much different things. And we really want to focus on the client's health. And that is to put all philosophies aside and to really just focus on the client and make sure they're better.
Once you commit to something, once you allow yourself, your heart to open up, to first and foremost, own up to the gifts that you've been bestowed upon. Second is to have the courage to venture into the unknown. The things will and the channels will open up. And that was really the journey for me. And it's still unraveling. And it's so beautiful now that I get to really connect with a lot more folks in the wellness space here in Singapore, as well as in our neighboring countries. We have guests, and I don't know also sometimes how they got to know of us. But somehow, because of that signal, as I was sharing earlier, your commitment to your practice is there, your openness to whatever comes is there without expecting anything in return. Wow. Life will just give you and shower you with surprises. And that's what really is, I think, getting into the flow of your life as well as just opening up and co-creating. That I think that's a beautiful journey.
I know some people when they want to start something, they don't have the push. So I want to be that type of person to push someone lah. Because um, when I first started out with that, there's no one pushing me, and I have to motivate myself. So right now, I can be the source of motivation to push someone lah. So, so yeah, any age lah, from young to old, because I do have some older students over here, and they have been enjoying the time. There's no, I would say they don't feel any pain. They happy taking care of them. Yeah.
I hope more people will find Kampong Bahru as a very overall sparkly space that they can seek refuge in, they can find joy at, and find their peace of mind.
I think it'd be interesting to have our healthcare workers come in and blow off some steam and just try something new. Find a spot, especially when we are so close to all the SGH branches, literally. I think my hope would be for the community to really take us in, and like they've already have. But we just hope that in the future this will be an even stronger relationship in terms of how we watch out for one another. I think that's as simple as that.